Hello everybody, Megazord X here, back at it again to give y'all another very exciting video. And for today, yes, this is my first episode review over ReZero Season 2, and I'll be taking this time out of the week, hopefully either one day or 2 days after the sub episode drops on Wednesdays. I'll be here on my channel to give y'all these episode reviews and just kind of give my thoughts, impressions, and discussion over what I think about the most recent episode of ReZero Season 2. Now, this is the anime I've been hugely excited for, and it's probably, honestly, like one of my top anime that I've been highly anticipating for this year. And unfortunately, this anime was supposed to come back in the spring season, but due to some real world events with COVID-19 and everything else of that nature, it happened to get pushed back into the summer season. So finally we got this anime in our hands, but the real big question is, does it hold up to the hype? Does it hold up to the standards? And based on the way how this episode played out, I would say yes. So there's just a lot to talk about within this episode though. And gosh, I felt like this anime definitely did not miss a beat though. So normally right around this point, I would go ahead and drop my channel opening for my ReZero reviews though. However, y'all might have noticed that in this episode, we didn't get the opening, let alone the ending song. So it is a little bit unfortunate that we didn't get to actually see that kind of play out though. But hey, that meant that we had a few more extra minutes to kind of get some extra screen time in there though. So hopefully next week we'll have the brand new opening in our hands, and then that way I'll be able to go hands-on with it and be able to create my channel opening for my review series though. So hopefully we'll have that next week though, but I have to make do with what I have right now though. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive straight up into this first episode review of ReZero Season 2. After a truly upsetting finale to the redone version of ReZero's first season, we at least have our answer. Rem isn't dead, but she's barely nearly as good as dead. Then, in itself, the confirmation that Petlagis calling himself an Archbishop of Sin wasn't a positive sign, because while he may be gone, there are 6 more of his kind, one of whom is responsible for Rem's current state. Lai, the representation of gluttony, isn't just a guy with a big mouth, creepy shark teeth, and a blood-soaked outfit. He's an eater of what's inside your mind rather than the body that it houses. His name is an indication of what he does too. Lai is a caustic substance requiring the use of PPE to handle it, and it can, among other things, burn and dissolve bodies. Only in this case, Lai is doing that to the memories of a person, which means that if they awake from their, missed transactions, they have no idea of who they are, and if he eats their names too, neither does anyone else, making their existence a lie for all intents and purposes. Unless, of course, you're Subaru, and his memories of Rem remain intact by the same mysterious means as his memories of other timelines, which makes it an even harsher blow when Return by Death does not take him back before Lai munches on Rem's memories. This is the first time we've seen him essentially miss a save point in his new life. Previous to this episode, he's always been able to go back and correct course, but this time, when he tries it by stabbing himself through the throat, yes, the show is still brutal, he only goes back to after Amelia's forgotten Rem, meaning that he's missed his chance, and that indicates that there's no easy way out here. Not that using his power is ever easy, but it has been a surefire way to keep trying until a solution is found, and that may not be a luxury Subaru has this time. And with Lai still out there and his buddy Regulus, who is also known as Greed, kicking around with the ability to basically blow up anything in his path, he may not be able to reach any meaningful save points at all. I also wanted to talk about Regulus' demonstration of power real quick, because that man is a freaking force of nature. If Rem didn't have the wherewithal to jump out of that carriage when she did, she would have been dead on the spot. Like, how do people like him even exist within this witch's cult? Like this is just absolutely crazy though. Hitting the fast forward button just a little bit, it's also very concerning that Puck popped in to ask Subaru to take care of Amelia before fading out again. Does that mean that Puck's spirit nature is in danger with the emergence of Lai? Puck doesn't have a physical body, so if Lai were to eat him, does that mean that Puck is gone for good? While Puck may have just been speaking about the moment, Lai and Regulus are still too unknown for us to take that for granted. The alliance with Crusch is also in danger from Lai's attack. With Crusch's memories, but not her name, gone, Felix doesn't feel any point in sticking around to see what the witches cult will try to do next, and they're very convinced that the cult is just after Emilia. Being in an alliance with the half-elf is therefore a risk they don't want to take, especially since Crusch was mostly dead all day. There's even a real question of whether or not she can remain a queen candidate without her memories, since, her political savvy and skills were what she had going for her before. So ReZero's second season is really throwing us in the deep end, and it absolutely works. Emilia's and Subaru's relationship is already starting to look more mutual, and her kindness shows as she stood there holding on to Subaru snugly as he grieves Rem's loss, or I guess it's more like her identity in the final closing moments of the episode. On the whole, the production values are excellent, and though one little quibble I had with the episode is the fact that Gluttony kind of looks a little bit too cartoonish, at least in my own personal opinion though, but I can see how they were kind of going for more of that freaky-ish kind of nature in terms of his looks and art style though. However, returning director Masaharu Watanabe has not lost his touch in putting it all together. The scene selections, the framing, the script writing, and especially the stellar use of music all combine the intensity and potency of the content. Like the first season, it also scatters throughout little details to watch for. The most obvious are that Puck also seems to remember who Rem is and knows about Gluttony. Now that's just right there is just a red flag. Most people probably wouldn't have even thought about that though, but the fact of the matter that Puck actually knew about Rem despite everybody else except for Subaru forgetting who Rem is makes you think, alright, Puck must have some kind of some special kind of talent or maybe some connection some way. I don't know. I mean, I'm just over here sort of kind of speculating, snowballing here though, but there's more to Puck than what meets the eye, for the fact of the matter that Puck actually still knew who Rem was though, so that you just got to keep that little thought and idea in mind though. There are also smaller touches too, such as how there were 3 quickly flash frames right before Gluttony eats Rem, are images of her having a family with Subaru. Now, they really flashed those images so fast because I was just taking like a double take right there. I was like, wait, what the heck was that though? But it wasn't until after I was trying to go, through here, editing, combing through all of this stuff, that I even managed to pick out that little tiny detail though, because you literally have to be right there on your keyboard or whatever you're watching, remote or whatever though, and hit pause at the right moment in order to kind of see these frames though. So I got them up on the screen right here in front of y'all though. But man, just a matter of fact that even Gluttony was eating some of these deep dots that Rem was actually potentially thinking of, that we saw back in the first season, that, if Subaru were to, go with Rem or whatever though, she was thinking maybe we can have this big old happy family with Rem and Subaru like this though. But man, you know what? The woman already got rejected by him because, Subaru making the wise choice going after Emilia or whatever though. You don't have to be that harsh towards Rem. You stealing her whatever little pride and joy she had left. I mean, come on, Gluttony. Like, that was so messed up though. But overall, the return of ReZero was my most anticipated title of the season, and definitely one of my top 5 for the whole entire year, considering some of the real world events that are going on currently right now. And this episode does not disappoint. We could be in for another great run. So that is all that I have for y'all in terms of my first episode review over ReZero Season 2, but y'all gotta let me know down in the comment section down below, what all do you think about this episode as a whole? And gosh darn, I mean, the way how they kicked this off with essentially a quote-unquote death of Rem, man, that's just a rough way to start this season off, and I can already tell Emilia is going to be more so the emotional pillar probably so in this season as compared to the first season when it was mostly Rem supporting Subaru in order to try to, do things that please Emilia. Now the roles are sort of kind of almost flipped around though, so I'm just going to find that, very interesting as we go along within this season though. So let me know down in the comment section down below what all you really like about this episode though. So that about does it for this review though. So if you really like this review, make sure to go ahead and hit that like button, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and that bell, as I'll keep y'all up to date on any kind of news related updates, as well as my current reviews throughout the rest of this season for the summer anime season though. So make sure to tune in next week for my episode 2 review. So remember y'all, until whatever video I make next, see y'all.
俺は必ずお前を取り戻す。必ずだ。俺が必ず、お前の英雄が必ずお前を迎えに行く。待ってろ。